Καλησπέρα σας κύριε Ζάεφ. Είναι χαρά και τιμή μας που βρίσκεστε απόψε εδώ στο One Channel. Είστε ένα πολιτικό πρόσωπο το οποίο έχει απασχολήσει πάρα πολύ την ελληνική επικαιρότητα.
It's a great honor for me also always to give interview for Greek media because I consider myself as a first friend of Greece because Prespa agreement is something for me precious and built a friendship between our both nations and I'm very happy.
5 χρόνια μετά τη Συμφωνία των Πρεσπών, Ελλάδα και Βόρεια Μακεδονία, πού βρίσκονται σήμερα κύριε Ζάεφ?
You know, the Prespa agreement is proof of the power of compromise. Together with that Prime Minister Tsipras, we made a step that opened the way for a new perspective and a better future for our countries. 5 years ago, the courage and vision of then governments in Athens and Skopje put an end to the 3-decade dispute, starting a new era of cooperation and regional stability. With Prespa agreement, we made the impossible possible. We showed that the diplomacy and dialogue can overcome conflict and divisions. We put the greater common good before our own interest. Today, North Macedonia is proud and worthy member of NATO, allied with Greece. We share common values for security and peace in the world within the largest security alliance. The Prespa agreement moved North Macedonia closer to the EU also, thanks to the strong support of Greece and with other partners and supporters, with a commitment to build a brighter future for our people and for the generation to come.
Έχουν γίνει βήματα, τα κατάλληλα, τα απαραίτητα βήματα για την εκτέλεση της συμφωνίας?
In both of the Mitsotakis government, after the Prespa agreement, the Greek side confirmed that it accepted it and will continue with the implementation of the agreement. It speaks of the commitment of both parties to remain in operation and realize the values of the agreement. There are certain delays of the Greek side, such as the holding of the second-level council and the ratification of the 3 memoranda of cooperation in the parliament. So far, the Greek MPs have voted for the agreements that resulted from the signing of the Prespa agreement and related to the opening of new border crossing between the two countries. The liaison office in Skopje was transformed in an embassy and the office for consular, economic and trade affairs in Bitola at the level of the Consulate General. This year, or at the beginning of the next year, the citizens of North Macedonia will complete the process of changing their travel documents with the new name of the country. I do mine 3 years ago. A lot of people change in the meantime, but the end date is February 2024. We expect that the Greek side to fulfill the part of the agreement that refers to road signs because it is time, 5 years after the Prespa agreement, to change the road signs in Greece that lead to a non-existing country with the abbreviation FIRO. I want to emphasize that the most important thing is that Prespa agreement completely normalized bilateral political relations which entered a normal course with a regular and active mutual communication with meetings and visits and resulted in the first official visit to Greece of the President of North Macedonia, as well as the first official visit of Greek Prime Minister to my country. So if I mention it that every year we have average increase of our trade higher than 20%, it's a really good numbers of increasing economic cooperation. I think that more than 70% of Macedonians and Albanians and other minorities from North Macedonia are present in the Greek Sea during the summer, for example. One of the biggest investors who are in the process of negotiating with value of higher than 2 billion euro, it's coming from Greece. So all of that confirm the value of the Prespa agreement and the improvement of the cooperation between two neighbors, and of course improvement of the economic benefits from the citizens of the both countries.
Κύριε Ζάεφ, είστε αισιόδοξος για την ένταξη της Βόρειας Μακεδονίας στην Ευρωπαϊκή Ένωση?
After a long time in the waiting room, we started negotiation last year. After a long time, the European agenda is not anymore just a dream, but became a reality for us. We got a time frame that 2030 is really possible for us to become full member of the European Union. That makes me optimistic. We need to convince the opposition in our country that now is the right moment to hurry up with the obligation we have. We need to move forward as quickly as possible if we want to stand together with other candidate states from the region that will join the European Union in 2030. Waiting or putting the European integration process on hold is not the strategy we need. We need to stay in the negotiation process and move forward to be recognized as a state that promotes European and democratic values. In the coming months, the European Union has to make the key decisions on the European Union enlargement and on accelerating reforms and facilitating enlargement within the framework of European rules. And we have to make important decisions about the future of the country and about the future of the next generation and the success of the North Macedonia. With the strong will to create a good climate for good neighborhood relations and European perspective, we will manage to single out other success membership in the European Union.
Ποια είναι η θέση των Δυτικών Βαλκανίων στην Ευρωπαϊκή Ένωση? Ξέρετε πολύ καλά ότι τα Δυτικά Βαλκάνια έχουν τεράστιο ενδιαφέρον και για την Ελλάδα και για τη χώρα σας.
Yes, all Western Balkan countries intend to be one day full members of European Union. That is North Macedonia, Albania, Serbia, Kosovo, Bosnia and Herzegovina and Montenegro. 6 Western Balkan countries. The goal of all Western Balkan countries is European Union membership. Regional cooperation is the starting point of the common European future. The European Union sees the countries of the Western Balkans as a region and expect progress, cooperation and stability from us. A lesson learned from waiting at the doors in the European Union so far should be that the success of one country is the success of all, and every failure is the failure of the entire region. That's why regional cooperation is very important, along with the progress and stability. We have to solve all differences that we have among ourselves the way the European Union solves them within the framework of the regional cooperation and dialogue. With the new plan for accelerated integration of the Western Balkans, we have a helping hand from the European Union to strengthen mutual relations and the opportunity to seek a clear plan for membership, not later than 2030. We should use the instruments that are offered to us to fully achieve European Union membership and to restore the credibility of the European Union and its popularity through concerned results for the citizens. With the Berlin process and Open Balkan initiatives, we move in the same direction. We turn barriers into opportunities. We are softening the borders between the states of the Western Balkans and the citizens with the goals of the European Union membership.
Κύριε Ζάεφ, συνεργαστήκατε πάρα πολύ στενά με τον Αλέξη Τσίπρα. Υπογράψατε και οι δύο τη Συμφωνία των Πρεσπών. Ο Αλέξη Τσίπρας παραιτήθηκε από το κόμμα του. Ο πρώην Πρωθυπουργός δεν είναι πια πρόεδρος του ΣΥΡΙΖΑ. Θα ήθελα το σχόλιο σας για αυτή την απόφαση, καθώς και εσείς ο ίδιος δεν είστε πια αρχηγός του κεντροαριστερού κόμματος της Βόρειας Μακεδονίας και βρίσκεστε 5 χρόνια μετά τη Συμφωνία και οι δύο σε μια πιο ελεύθερη, θα το έλεγα, πολιτική ζωή.
You know, Alexis is my brother. And we will be brothers till the end of our lives. Why? Because we together have enough courage to cut these barriers between our countries and to build a brotherhood cooperation between Greece and North Macedonia. Really, we are very similar mentalities, very similar traditions. Most of our citizens are Orthodox-oriented citizens. Of course, we are multi-ethnical countries. We have other minorities in our country, but we are here in the Balkans. And the courage what Alexis showed to the Greek people and to the Balkan people and to the European Union and to the people of the world will be remembered till end of our lives, for sure, for decades in front of us. And that was recognized from the Western world, democratic world, but from the rest of the world. I follow him, how he fight, even in the last elections. He is a very progressive, he is very positive character, and he believe in the better future for Greek citizens, but also for the European Union and the whole Balkans. And I talk with him all this period of time. I try to encourage him. I was in the Congress there, but in the democracy, in the end of the day, people decide what to do. I believe, as I mentioned it to him, when one door is closed, 3 others are open. There is another opportunities how to fight for better life of our citizens, for progressive values, for Western values, for European values. And I believe that he will find a way how to continue in his fight of improvement of the quality of life of his citizens or Greek citizens, but also to participate also of improvement of life of the whole Western Balkan. And as you know, if your neighbor is good, you are good. If your neighbor going in the right direction, that means have positive influence also to you. So I believe that these 5 years after Prespa agreement bring a lot of benefit to the people of North Macedonia, but to the people of Greece. And also it's a lesson to other countries how to solve issues with courage, protecting the interests of the country, but also focus to the future, not in the past. Yes, we recognize the past, we confirm the past, but we are completely focused, we was completely focused of the future. And we bring a good future to the young people, to the children, to the next generation. And I'm personally very proud of that. I'm very proud what we succeed with Alexis and North Macedonia and Greece together. And I believe that Alexis is also very proud with that. I'm very grateful that the existing government in Greece, led by Nea Demokratia, also confirmed that what we do, it's a deal done, and now we make a business. We make cooperation in variety of level, in sport level, in business level, in education level, in cultural level, and all of that is really something what I want to confirm. Because I know that after 5 years, we bring a lot of benefits to the both sides, to the both nations, but I know that the upcoming years will bring even more.
Με την εμπειρία που έχετε ως πρώην Πρωθυπουργός, θα ήθελα το σχόλιο σας για την εξέλιξη του πολέμου στην Ουκρανία.
You know, on the one hand, the war in Ukraine, from the point of view of the Ukrainians and their political and military leaders, is a fight against the aggressor. Fight for the defense and protection of its sovereignty and territorial territory of Ukraine. But Ukraine deserves all our support and that of the progressive world mainly because the war in Ukraine is also a war of values. It is a battle between democracy and autocracy. It is about an ideological war of freedom and totalitarianism. With that in mind, the free democratic world cannot be a silent witness of that war. That's why we, the actors, advocates of freedom and democracy, must give our contribution in supporting Ukraine in the war of values. Everything necessary must be done for the democratic forces of Ukraine to defeat the symbolism of the vertical hierarchy of autocratic Russia. That victory will also be our victory. As for the United States, I am sure that as a democracy with tradition, the country will overcome the current challenges. It is committed to this as an administration responsible for its own well-being of the nation, but also as a country that is the basic level of democracy and the security as a leading country in NATO.
Αναφερθήκατε πριν στις Ηνωμένες Πολιτείες. Θα ήθελα το σχόλιο σας για την κατάσταση στην πολιτική ζωή των Ηνωμένων Πολιτειών.
You know, it's like every democratic country, mainly fight between position and opposition. And of course, it's a very typical now, very not happened in the past. And I believe that the ruling of law will prevail. I believe that no matter who is in front of the law will take responsibility or confirm that is not guilty. I mean to the ex-President Trump. And I believe also that the citizens of United States will prevail through the decision-making process of choosing first candidates from the both biggest Democrats and Republicans party, but after that to choose also the future president of United States. I am progressive politicians. I believe very much in the politics of the President Biden. And of course, I am supporter of all these politics. I try to implement it, a lot of them in North Macedonia during my mandate, like Prime Minister. But I'm continuing with my activities through a Zaaef Foundation, through business sector, through advising the government, etc., to improving the democratic values. Because fight for freedom and democracy is something what you can achieve improvement of complete quality of life to your people. And United States was always the first symbol for us, especially in the Balkans, for democracy and freedom. And what's happened sometimes not very good things of that kind of values in United States that discourage our people and the leaders. But we believe that they will prevail and the values will prevail. So ruling of the law, also ruling of the democracy, ruling of freedom will be also symbolism for United States in the next coming years.
Κύριε Ζάεφ, σας ευχαριστώ πάρα πολύ για αυτή τη συνέντευξη εδώ στο One Channel.
Once comment again, because I spent a lot of time in Greece, partially because of the summer. My both children studying in Thessaloniki. It's 100 kilometers from my hometown, where I'm now here in Strumica, North Macedonia. But also I open some businesses connected with Greece through our family companies. I don't catch even one bad look from any Greek person. There is a lot of person normally who are not very in favor of Prespa agreement. And they comment, Mr. Zaaef, I'm not in favor of Prespa agreement, but you are a good guy, let's drink one coffee, let's drink one udo, or go for a lunch. But most of them are supportive of Prespa agreement. They like it, they feel it, Prespa agreement that bring a benefit really from the both countries. I saw that mainly in the Greek Macedonia region, North Greece, normally, but I saw that in Peloponnese, I saw that in Athens, I saw that in Western Greece. So people are more than 90% in favor of agreements, but even 100% are good friends of North Macedonia.